everyone, this is Mariela and I am here with Jason and we are on another episode of the J&M show. And as we talked about it before, last week actually was a little bit busy for us and we didn't get to shoot a video. So we are doing it this week and it's on a Tuesday. So we are doing the 16 personality traits if you go back to our beginning videos, and the purpose of this is sort of like a counseling session without the counselor per se. We are the counselor counseling to each other. And through this we became aware of a lot of things that we knew, maybe we knew about ourselves, but we weren't like aware of it or intentional about how we went onto our days. And being more aware of it now, we tend to act with more intention. So with that said, I know you wanted to say hi to the audience too, so I apologize.
I appreciate the opportunity. Hey everybody, and let's get ripping, let's go.
All right, so I am going to start with a rebalancing self-responsibility, and you are going to start with?
Rebalancing self-evolution when I get to it, yeah.
Okay, so the assessment is the stress worth it. Logisticians who find themselves suffering from taking on too much responsibility may need to assess who they are, what their duties are, and why they feel a need to push so hard. They also might want to decide if their relentless efforts are paying off or not. Working exceedingly hard may indeed be the right thing to do at times, but it can also exact a toll on an individual. Matching the cost to the benefit is essential. It can be counterproductive for logisticians to assume that strenuous and overbearing attention to something is the lone solution to all concerns. The cliche about working smarter rather than working harder comes into play. I just want to stop there really quick, guys, because for the longest time I've been working very hard at things instead of working smarter. I tend to work harder, and being aware of my personality type and all these things that they are saying here is crucial for me to not get stressed out. So logisticians will typically choose action over ruminating over things. The action doesn't necessarily have to be bold. It could be as simple as tying up a loose end or attending to minute details that need completing. A little action can be reassuring. For them, there is a familiar, time-honored tactic of simply doing. It doesn't matter if it is just busy work, if there is some level of contribution involved. However, this go-to tactic may not be helpful when stress is a result of doing too much. Learning to prioritize the actions which have proven to be important and balancing it with downtime and relaxation can make this tactic more responsible. A shell of logisticians is less effective than one who has been restored. Asking why, instead of pursuing less considered busyness, can help set a clearer path, especially when the logisticians need to feel responsible begins to overheat and results in an explosion of activity. And I think that was the end, yes. So I think that they are pretty much on point. I get to work too hard sometimes and I take myself to the point where I'm really, really stressed out and not feeling well. So
Well, I wonder how much of that has to do with your difficulty sleeping at night, because you never shut it off. You never turn off. It's hard for you to relax. And I wonder how much of that is, well, you've been doing it for a very long time, and I wonder, that makes me just think of you laying in bed at night, just constantly thinking, finding you at 3 o'clock in the morning on your phone looking at something because you're trying to solve a problem.
Well, I've been trying to be very aware of that, and I try not to grab the phone and try to read or journal. like last night I did wake up in the middle of the night and I was journaling a little bit and, putting those thoughts down in paper and then, shutting it off. So.
Well, it's interesting. We were talking about it this morning, right? And it's something that you've been doing for a very long time, and it may take a while to unwind it. But yeah, I think it's good to read this, be conscious of it, because it would be very, and because it says, it's detrimental to your well-being.
Yes.
To sit there and think about these things
yeah.
and try to solve these problems throughout the whole night instead of getting that good rest and being prepared the next day to get some things done, and then at the end of the day be happy with that and say, you know what, I did good, we did good, now I'm going to get some rest, and I'm going to get a few things done tomorrow too.
There you go.
All right, well, I'm going to do self-balancing evolution, or rebalancing self-evolution.
Mm-hmm.
We should see here, maybe, how that goes.
All right.
All right, so feelings are a fact. Commanders can rebalance overly harsh logic by consciously choosing to do so. It's halfway accomplished merely by their determination. They need not feel others' emotions in their own hearts to accept the value of being kind, although that valuable potential increase through practice. Although that valuable potential increases through practice.
There
Forgot
we go.
the yes, there we go.
Increases through practice.
Yeah, I know. Logical reasons to prioritize kindness include its benefit to self, the effects on others they're close to, and future social potential. In other words, commanders can offer kindness as both a simultaneously genuine and transactional gesture. Feelings have tremendous influence over people's thinking, so commanders can recognize the value of kindness as a powerful aid to their lofty goals. Unkind behavior, no matter how it may be supported by facts, makes people feel threatened. They become reactionary as stress shuts their ears to their voice of reason and rationality. This is antithetical to commanders' desire to improve the world, though through that very voice. Kindness, especially from strong individuals, strengthens others and elevates their thinking. Commanders can tap into the power of kindness through simple, direct, conscious actions to help others. All right.
Oh, can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
So to make a comment. I am making a few notes here. I didn't have my paper, so I had to reach out, so I apologize. But this is like so in tune with who he is. The other day, he saw the neighbor's grass being, really high, and normally they have their grass very well manicured. And it occurred to him that something might have happened to the neighbors, the husband specifically, because he's the one that does the cutting of the grass, and the daughter has been doing it, but she wasn't doing a good job because she's never done it before. So to go to the point of what they said there, offer kindness, gesture is a powerful aid to their goals. That is so true for his personality type, the commander. He likes, he gets a sense of powerless, or, it strengthens and elevates his thinking. So you can tell that he was so fulfilled, smiling after he's done that, because he felt so good that, he did something good for someone in need. So that's the commander right there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so some things I can do to be more kind, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seek opportunities to use personal power or ability to help others in major and minor ways. For example, assisting an infirm stranger down some stairs, volunteering locally, pitching in a few hours on a neighbor or co-worker's personal project. If such opportunities seem present itself, ask to help. Don't just butt in. I just kind of butted in. come to find out the gentleman who cuts the grass, the homeowner, he's got cancer, so that's why the grass hasn't been cut this year. Ask others for explanations of the outcomes they hope for, as well as how they're trying to achieve them. Offer only positive approval. Agree with what works and other constructive solutions. Don't point out flaws. Offer direct assistance. Offer to take an aspect of the task off someone's plate, then finish it. Do only what's asked and agreed to. Kindness means helping others, not taking over. They asked me not to do the front yard, but I did it anyway. Feel free to set upfront limits on your involvement to avoid becoming overwhelmed, and so there's energy to spread kindness to other people and goals as well. Ensure consistency and follow through on all offers, a natural, essential thing for commanders. Commanders love being problem solvers and helping others is kind of a sensible form of problem solving that tends to be remembered. The return on investment only begins with gratitude. Commanders often find their energy returning to them in the form of compassion, ideas, or simply others' willingness to help them when they need it.
It's funny too that they said that, they tend to be problem solvers, and I remember a few years ago, several years ago, when I used to listen to Dennis Prager. You probably know who he is, our audience at least. And he will talk about how women had the need to release whatever they were thinking inside of themselves to their husbands, and the husband's immediate reaction, especially his type personality commander, they want to problem solve the issue instead of just listening to what the wife was saying. So that caused several, I guess, arguments.
Yeah, guys out there,
years.
especially the guys out there from Dennis Prager, this is a very good tip. Next time your lady, you walk in the door and she starts telling you about a problem, stop and think to yourself, is this a problem I need to solve, or is this just a problem I need to listen to and let her get it off her chest? Okay? You can even ask her, hey, is this something you're looking for me to solve, or should I just listen? She's going to let you know. Most of the time it's just something you need to listen to.
There you go. You just answered the, what I was going to go to. So I'm gonna go to the stress management, proven results. So we must have a pie. Stress cannot exist in the presence of a pie, wrote playwright David Mamet. Or I'm thinking that I'm saying this right. That's his last name. Mamet, with tongue in cheek. Nonetheless, stress management is about baking the particular pie that offsets a particular stress. This might take the form of lunch with a good friend, having a good physical workout after a strenuous session with the books, or simply taking a walk in the country. Either of the two guys, the ladders, works for me. It's about finding a cozy, sheltered kitchen. What do we actually mean by cozy spot over there? Metaphorically speaking, in one's life where logisticians can restore balance and a sense of being strong and whole rather than beat up and torn down. And everyone likes pie. So that's, guys, so in tune. I was gonna say something, but
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
So in tune with who I am. I literally have a cozy spot in the kitchen, sheltered, and when I can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, that's when I have a good night's sleep. That's my cozy spot where I don't talk to anybody but just have my breakfast all alone. Very, very, like calming spot for me. And I do restore my balance in the morning. The mornings are the best time for me to think, come up with bright ideas, and I don't know, start the day in a good foot or in a good
Start your day off on the right foot.
on the right foot, yes. So to convince logisticians of the value of dealing with stress, it may be important to emphasize that stress management is not called stress elimination. Logisticians value reasonable stress. When balanced, it has its place. And logisticians are well aware of that. It keeps them alert and motivated. That is so true. It's only problematic when stressors are no other choices and no other choices are available. It is something to be managed but not necessarily sidestepped. Often, hardworking people like logisticians roll their eyes at the concept of stress management courses. But stress management is about becoming more productive in one's life, a thing logisticians value. It should streamline actions to those that are necessary, balance obligation with self-care, and promote a wiser use of physical and mental energy. A thorough stress management course not only teaches how to deal with stress in the moment, it can also help logisticians plan their days, weeks, months, even their entire lives in a way that allows them to pace themselves better. It's really strange to think that, years ago I would have said, that stress management, I am not stressed. I will be like that. I will be like, hardworking every day.
This is normal.
Normal, exactly. And now I can see why, something like this will benefit me tremendously. And I have been already doing some of it, but I never took a course on it. I just, taking tips from my aunt and, people around me that had helped me to balance that stress within me. So yes.
Very good, yeah. Stress is good to have. It pushes you, it keeps you going, it helps you figure things out, but too much stress is not a good thing to have. So balancing it and finding good ways to, relieve it when it gets too high. Yeah, it would be boring if you had no stress. There should be a little bit of stress.
There you go. And so do you need to finish up?
No, that's it. We'll pick this up on a later date.
All right. So with that said, guys, until next time, signing off.